Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my world with Nat, Relocation Concierge here in the Dominican Republic. I hope you guys are having an incredible day. Today, the day of this recording, it is a Friday, so it's Friday. I am here with my new friend, Shauna.
Yay!
Shauna.
Hello.
Because we discussed before I had Shauna's and Shayna's, so this is Shauna. Shauna is actually not new to the DR. You've been coming here for like 40 years.
40 years since I'm 8 years old.
And then you decided just recently, after a little bit of a trip this winter, like, oh, we're doing this.
Well, my whole life, like especially since growing up as a little kid, I always knew I wanted to live here. So the fact that I could actually make it happen was just mind-boggling. And the fact that so many people are asking me, how did you make it happen? You know what I mean? Because it's a huge transition.
It's a huge transition, but would it be fair to say it's doable?
It's very doable.
Yeah. So one of the goals of sharing these stories is that we want real people to share their real experiences. And the Dominican Republic obviously is known to be a vacation destination.
Yes.
But really, people that I'm meeting are people who are now living here. And would you agree that living and vacationing are two different things?
They're very different. I would say the first month that we were here, we were definitely on vacation mode.
And that's needed. I call it the honeymoon phase.
Yes, you have to unwind. But what I realized is yesterday we went to the beach and we realized we hadn't gone in a couple of weeks. We really had not gone to the beach because we're doing everyday life. You know what I mean? It's not... Yeah. It's like normal life back home, but in a tropic location.
Exactly. It's okay. I haven't been in our pool in probably a week. Oh, actually, and it's right there. Like
I actually made the pool yesterday. I hadn't been in like 2 weeks. I mean, I did have a cold, so that did set me back for about a week and a half. Yeah. But it's everyday life here. It's not vacation mode is over.
Okay, so it's everyday life. What does that mean to you? I guess. What does a typical day? I guess maybe look for like now.
Well, I run an online business, so the first thing I do is I wake up in the morning, I check my emails, I check to see what's going on. I do a little bit of advertising. Then I basically get everybody up. We have a late brunch. Then usually we take a dip in the pool. I like to shop, so I'm the one that likes to go to the grocery stores all the time. And they have everything here. They really do. Like, you really don't need to... worry about will they have something that I'm able to eat and stuff like that. Like, I've seen a huge transition from when I used to come here when I was a little girl. Like, when I was a little girl, the specialty meal was spaghetti bolognese. And now you can have eggs benedict, you can have waffles, you can have poutines, you can have just
pretty
about
much
anything your heart desires.
It's evolved. And I think to the distinction of what you can get versus, if you are doing groceries, you want to probably stick to the more local brands. There are items here that, anything that's imported is a little pricier.
Yes.
So we are fans of peanut butter at our house, and
I imported that.
We do buy it here.
Okay. I didn't know you could.
Peanut butter?
Yeah, because I only like Kraft peanut butter. So I imported I have big chunks of it. Like,
no. They do have good peanut butter here.
Oh, do they?
I mean, I would compare it to Kraft. I mean, it is what it is.
Really? Oh.
But it's pricey.
Really, eh?
It's pricey, yeah.
Because I was pricey the other day when I went to PriceMart. So PriceMart is like a Costco here. It's about a 2-hour drive through the mountains. It's kind of like a Mario game going through those mountains.
I've not gone that way, but I've heard it's beautiful.
It's very beautiful, very scenic, but it's a little rough on the stomach. But after 2 or 3 times, honestly, I think now we know what to expect, that it's not so bad. And we usually take a gravel before we go through. So the gravel helps.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll stick to the highway then.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to experience, but I guess you have to experience it.
Everything here.
Okay, so back to you can get pretty much anything you need here. So if you have dietary needs, there's a lot of the gluten-free options. But again, they carry a lot of the Bob Red Mills or the Red Mills brand.
Yeah, and then Serena has Walla brand, which is very good.
Pola has Walla now.
Yeah, I see that because Pola is owned by Serena.
Did not know that.
Yes, I just recently figured that out.
So there are tons of options in terms of eating, and that's just what you're buying at the grocery store. And then if we can't even get into the restaurant situation, because then again, I'm sure it's evolved since then. And we're right in the center of Cabarete, and what I love, I mean, we are right across from this little local restaurant.
Okay.
And I think you can get a full meal of rice, beans, chicken. I think we pay 250 pesos, 225 pesos.
Really?
And I mean, you get enough rice for about 3 meals. So
Yeah.
I never eat that much rice anyways.
Yeah.
But, and that
Is that
too,
the Happy Family?
No, across it's called, it starts with an M. Mari something.
Oh, I've
yeah,
seen
that
it.
one,
I've seen
yeah.
it. Okay.
So that one, you get a nice plate for like 225 pesos.
That's pretty amazing.
And that's under $5.
Yeah. Well, and that's one thing with the restaurants. There are some that are higher budget, and then there's some that fit.
Yeah.
You know, every budget.
So if you got beer budget one day, you gotta go to the beer budget restaurants. You got champagne budget?
Yeah.
And I guess that's a good segue. We are filming today in the beautiful community of Villas Maribela, which is not north, but would be like south of Route 5.
Yeah.
So we're not on the beach side. We're on what we would say the mountain side.
Definitely the mountainside. Very quiet, very
quiet, serene. But you would never know
this place existed.
No. It is like a well-kept secret, and it's not going to be a secret for much longer.
No, because we're all over it.
We're all over it. But one of the things that I love is that you do have beach access.
Yes, we do, which is literally a 5-minute walk, not even. And it's beautiful because it's scenic going down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you really are nestled in the tropics here. And it's funny because the other day we were walking out to walk down to the beach. Oh, sorry, it was yesterday. And the guy's like, what is this place? A guy walking by goes, do you guys speak English? Like, what is this? Because we're behind this huge wall. And you have a security remote to get in, and there's 24-hour security here.
I love that. So there is safety, and that's really
so
important.
Safe.
Yeah.
There's actually, we're one of the very few people that have no bars on our windows.
Yeah.
Notice that?
Yeah.
There's no bars here.
Yeah. So what made you choose here, like as opposed to maybe another area?
I think what it was is that when I arrived, so I was here back in January, and I joked around to the family. I said, we're going to do it. We're going to move here.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, my daughters were like well on board, but my husband was not sure. He was a little hesitant. He was actually hesitant until about 2 weeks before us actually moving here. So it is very normal to be nervous. It's very normal because it is different.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of courage to do what we just did. And so we came down in March, and knowing the fact that I have been traveling here my entire life, I know what to look for. I understand this. I get the Dominican culture. You can't drink the water. You can't brush your teeth with the water. You can't flush the toilet paper down the toilet. You know what I mean? Like, I knew everything what to expect. And so when we went around, I saw different locations. And I think for me, knowing that I have 2 daughters that are 18 and 20, we have other kids. We are a blended family, so we have other kids back home. I needed safety. And we saw quite a bit of places, and literally we came into the gates here, we met the owners, and within 1 minute I looked at my husband and I said, this is where we're going to live. Without even seeing what the inside of the villas
It's a feeling, right?
It was just, I knew I was home.
Yeah.
And I felt safe. And look how beautiful it is here, like the trees. And
we'll show you a little pan after.
Yeah, it is so beautiful and so quiet.
And I think I was speaking to somebody yesterday about, they were asking me about another area here on the North Coast. And of course, every area has its particularities. But the one thing I said to them, and this is something I hear from real estate agents as well, is you need to come down and check out come and see and feel and, see what that will sound like, what it'll feel like, because maybe it's not going to be for you. Oh, hi, Haley. We're live.
Hi. I'm saying hi.
My daughter just snuck in here.
So know that you have if you have the opportunity to come down and check it out, do that.
You know what? I don't suggest coming here sight unseen. And if they are, is to contact someone like you that can actually go look at the locations. Because I won't lie, I saw a couple that I was ready to rent back home. And I was coming here to finalize it. So I wasn't going to finalize it until I saw it. They were complete dumps. Complete. Pictures can lie.
Yeah.
Pictures, you know what? An
so
angle.
Easy, eh?
It's so easy.
Yeah.
And I was so disappointed, but I knew I was coming. Like, I knew I was going to sign it in front of them. So But there was one I was so ready to book, and it was a complete dump.
Okay, so you've been
awful.
here, you've been coming for so long, so you obviously have seen the country evolve. What are some of the things that you are enchanted with every day? Like you're like, yes, like you love about the country or about being here on the North Coast?
I like the warmth.
The warmth and the people.
The people.
Yeah.
They're so friendly, you know what I mean? And everybody's so welcoming. And I think what it is, if something happens, people are quick to help you here.
Yeah.
We're back home. Nobody really cares to really help you unless it's a close family or friend. You know?
Yeah, there's hesitancy, right?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
What else do you love?
I love seeing the palm trees. Like I love palm trees.
Yeah.
I really do. And I think when I'm constantly out, I'm always looking. But then again, I'm also grateful. This is an eye-opener. You know, it is still a poor country, and the average salary of a Dominican is only $200 a month. So you learn to appreciate more of what you have. And I think that's what it is here, is that I appreciate my life so much more. You know, and I appreciate the little things. Yeah. And I realize that I can go without, you know, like we love to shop. I'm a huge shopper. I'm from Montreal. I can go shopping, clothes shopping all the time.
All day, every day?
All day, every day. So what we did, we went out to Santo Domingo, and the malls are like malls back home. They really are.
So back to your point, like it's a poor country, but I think it's fair to say that it's
very
more developing. It's very developing.
I wouldn't call it a third world country anymore.
No, not at all.
40 years ago it was.
Yeah.
Now it is very much a developing
because
country.
when you go to a city like Santiago or Santo Domingo, it definitely shows the modern, it has the modern feel. Yeah. But like any other big town, like here they call them barrios, right?
Yeah.
Where the locals live. And I did a video just recently about taking a drive down Route 5 and pointing out all the different areas. And I pointed out some of the local areas because that's not where the expats are going to live. And you know what? I'm going to be blunt. Let them have their space. I mean, we take we take up enough space.
Yes, we do.
That they should be entitled to have their own space, and we have no business, encroaching on that. But those cities definitely. I mean, like any city has a barrio. Montreal has poor neighborhoods, poorer neighborhoods, I should say. It is what it is. We just have to know what. Okay, so you've been coming here. All the things. Let me ask you: Are you pro papaya or against papaya?
I have a love-hate for the fruit.
Okay, I'm a full-on hate.
Okay,
cannot stand it.
It's actually very good for you.
I know.
You know what I mean? And it's good for like women things too. Like it helps induces apparently.
Oh really?
A woman. Yeah, that's
Did not know that. Did not know that.
It didn't work when I tried it, but it's apparently supposed to help you.
I do not enjoy the fruit. I asked the question.
But going on health, I just want to say something. I suffer from IBS.
Yeah.
And back home, I was always having attacks, always running back and forth to the bathroom. We've been here now 2 months. I have not had one attack. Where I was constantly having them a couple times a week back home. And I think a lot of it has to do with the food here. Most of it is organic. You know what I mean?
It's naturally organic.
It's naturally organic.
Yeah.
It's just different. And I'm eating foods which I stopped eating back home. Like I'm having French fries here. I'm having cakes. I'm having eggs. Where back home I couldn't eat any of that without being sick.
Wow.
So I think a lot of it is also stress, because you know what, an IBS attack is also caused by stress.
Yeah.
And I think by having no stress and just appreciating life a little bit more, and of course the food quality is so much better. I actually put on weight. I've put on 9 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
I've lost weight since I've been here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just couldn't eat it, because the thing is I couldn't eat all those cakes and ice cream back home. So like every night I have a bowl of ice cream, a big piece of cake. I'm like, I'm going to have to stop now. But the fact that I can eat it and not be sick.
Interesting,
it blows my mind. Even my family's like, you do not, like I would complain daily back home. My stomach is upset. My stomach is upset.
Yeah.
Nothing here. Absolutely
Oh, good.
Nothing.
Well, hey,
I'm not saying it's the cure. It's what worked for me.
Yeah.
But I couldn't be happier.
So even though you've been coming for 40 years, there must be things that you sort of still nod your head at and go, really? Like, really?
The driving. I have a hard time.
Do you drive here?
No, I don't even have my license.
Really?
Yeah, I am 48 years old and I never got my driver's license. I guess because being in the city.
You know, but my sister didn't get hers till she was like 25.
But I think I'm going to get it down
city.
here. I think I'm going to do it down here eventually because you do need it. I'm thankful that my husband drives everywhere. You need a car in certain areas. In the city, you don't really need one.
Yeah,
like if you're in like the city of like Cabarete, but where we are, you definitely need a car. But I think the hardest thing that it's been bothering me for 40 years is when I see a moped go by, the father's wearing the helmet and he's got 3 kids that are not wearing helmets. And one of them could be like a couple of months old. That I have a really hard time with.
I watched a newborn get pulled out, left the hospital one day on the moto.
Yeah,
I was like, wow.
You know,
my husband pulled out onto Auto 40 when it was born at like 30 clicks. I'm like, dude, you got to speed up. Like, you got to go with the flow, right? Here, it's just the norm. And I think part of, and I've said this before, I've had this conversation before, I believe that everybody sort of, like, it's just a, what is that expression? It's a unwritten rule, like, everybody just goes with it, goes with the flow. It is what it is.
It is what it is,
As much as it's a tranquilo lifestyle, but when they get in the car, they're like, rapido, like, they're always speeding. That kind of yin-yang of it is that extreme, right? Of like, you know, because you drive by on the road and they're all sitting having beers at 1 o'clock in the afternoon playing a game of dominoes. Then they get in their car and they're like, you know, Speedy Gonzalez. They have to,
I don't get it. Like the other day we were driving into Cabarete, and Cabarete is about 5-minute drive from here, like downtown. We are Cabarete, but like the downtown Cabarete.
Like the burbs.
And there's this guy drinking a Presidente. His dog is leaning over the back, like on the motor. He's driving. He's drinking a President beer.
And the dog's on the back.
And the dog is holding on for dear life, and he's feeding the dog beer too. Like,
I'm speechless.
Like
no. I thought I've seen it all, but
like,
no.
Yeah, we were like, whoa.
Yeah, wow.
You know, and our windows are not tinted, so I am not going to come out and start filming any of this stuff because then they're going to see me, and it's like
you're going to be that gringo.
Yeah, I'm going to be that gringo. Oh, she's going to film you, that lady.
Yeah.
But the dog is literally holding on for dear life. He's drinking a big bottle of President.
It's only in the DR.
Only in the DR.
Yeah.
Only in the DR.
What's the craziest? Besides that, what's your craziest thing you've seen on a moto? Yesterday I saw a ladder.
Okay, I've seen the ladders. The craziest thing probably was 2 dead pigs.
Washing machine.
Oh, I've seen that too. I've seen hogs. So 2 dead hogs.
No,
one dead hog on the front, and another.
No,
and I was like, I guess they're
seen...
going home to butcher that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I want to wrap up with, you know, your words of wisdom. What are the things people need to think about if they're deciding to relocate? And I want to be specific on that relocation word.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that you are dropping everything and leaving your country for good. It might mean you want to relocate for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, who knows? But I think it's important because we made a more permanent move, but not everybody wants to do that, and that's okay.
Yeah. Well, that's what that initially we were only going to come for 5 months.
And now you might extend.
Well, we did extend.
So, what are your words of wisdom? Somebody's watching and they're like, gosh, should I do this? What?
You know what? The way I see it,
I mean, besides hiring me, and coming to live here.
Yeah. Definitely if you need help, Natalie's the woman for you. And if you want to live at Marabella,
you're the woman.
I'm the woman. We work together, so it's great. I think what it is you got to just try. You don't know unless you try. And I think that's the hardest thing for people to get over is the fear of trying. People are fear of failure, a fear that they're gonna get there and it's not gonna work out. You know what? If it doesn't work out, at least you know you tried.
And I think, you know, people when we left were like, wow, you're lucky, wow, you know, you have guts. And yeah, we had guts. And are we lucky? Well, I don't know if luck plays into it because we decided to do it. So anybody can decide to do it. You just need to, you know, see it as a project, lay out your steps, and you will be able to get there. So after this video, you're going to see another clip of one of the units here. We're going to feature Marabella. It's a 2-bedroom unit, 1 bath, and they're lovely, lovely apartments. The owners of the property are very accommodating.
Very accommodating.
We love them.
Like this morning, I needed something done within an hour. It's done, and I know I've stayed here before, and sometimes
and
it takes weeks and days to get things.
Call it Dominican time.
Dominican time,
yeah.
Exactly. And so they're very accommodating. Like I said, I felt that security the moment I came through.
Nice.
And that's what's beautiful, is that the security is included here, electricity is included in our costs, cable, Wi-Fi, and electricity is expensive here.
It is expensive here.
So, I see some horror stories of people running their AC just at night, and then all of a sudden they get this $500 US, bill at the end. So I think what it is words of wisdom is you got to get over whatever fear you have and just do it. Because you don't know unless you try.
Yeah, absolutely.
And anything is possible. I believe anything in this world is possible, and you make the best of it. If you're going to come here with a negative mindset, well, then you know what? You're probably going to encounter negative things. But if you're going to come here with a positive mindset and adapt and embrace the culture, you're going to have a very good experience.
Absolutely.
And you can't just come here jobless. That's another thing. Like, a lot of people are, I'm going to come there, and I'm like, no, because you need a cedula card.
Yeah.
You can't. I have run a successful online business, which helps. I got very lucky with the property here, and they asked me to help manage it and stuff, so I got very lucky with that. But it's not my bread and butter. My bread and butter is my online business. And if it weren't for that, this would not be possible.
100%. If you are thinking of relocating and you're not sure where you are in the process, let's book a call. Let's have a chat, see where you are and how we can get you here easily. You can book a free call right here in the description, or if you are full of questions and you want them all answered, there's going to be an option in the description for a consultation call. That consultation call is 90 minutes. It's $125 US, and you can ask me all the questions, all the things, and you can, after that, figure it out and go on your merry way and make your relocation happen. But that is a service that's provided because some people just like to do it on their own, and I think that's okay.
But if you're going to do that, you've got to fly down here. Don't just rent.
Don't.
If you're going to sign the contract, sign it in the DR after you've seen the premises.
Place. Absolutely.
You will be disappointed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm really grateful we did this.
Me too.
Whatever you choose to do today, have an incredible day. Make sure if you like this video to like it and subscribe to the channel, because then you will be notified when the next video comes out. See you soon, next episode. Bye for now.